One of the benefits of living on this beautiful barrier island is during the course of the year we come across injured animals and birds. They need our help, they need our intervention. I often bring them in. But there's one place I've been taking them is the Texas Sea Life Center, which runs solely on contributions. There's a great vet, Dr. Tim Tristan, who is going to allow us to film him doing an operation where he removes these growths from green turtles. They're actually herpes growths caused through, they believe, sewage runoff and other reasons, not quite sure. But they did a survey in Australia and they found where there's heavy populations, that's where they tend to get this virus. You're going to have a look at it. You're going to see how beautifully he treats it using laser, removes it, and how well it works. Anyhow, come on, let's go and see what's going on at the Texas Sea Life Center. We'll give him a minute to calm down. So that is an IV injection, and that's our anesthetic there that we use to get him under anesthesia for surgery, so that when we are doing this, he doesn't feel anything.
Awesome.
So we're going to put him back here in our holding tub, give him about 5 minutes, and then come back and check on him.
Seems to be relaxing, doesn't he?
Well, we can fool you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's not, yeah, no. All right.
So the patient is ready?
Not quite. So that's stage one. This is stage one.
Nope, you're good.
Second injection here. There we go, right there.
That it can become stressful. You have to be careful about that point.
Sure, it's, you know, just like any surgery or any animal or person, you know, the body can only handle so much. So we're going to take some of the tumors, and sometimes we're able to remove all of them, sometimes we can't, because if we remove too many, it's still a stress on the body. So you know, kind of the rule is we do either the front half or the back half of the body.
Okay.
A lot.
Do you have to, is there like a rehab situation where you keep them away or keep them calm or whatever?
Yeah, so a couple of things. Once we finish surgery today, they will be kept out of the water overnight. Okay. That way to make sure that they're completely awake when we put them back in the water tomorrow. At that point, they'll also go on a 2-week course of antibiotics, because when we do these surgeries, those areas are left open to heal by what's called second intention healing. So it's kind of like a scab. It's going to heal on its own. We don't suture these areas closed.
Okay.
And then over a 2-week period, they'll be, like I said, they'll be on antibiotics, and after that, they don't look back and they do great.
Great,
so, yeah.
That's awesome. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's where you can really see.
So we'll probably do the neck. So like on this guy, we will probably just do the front half of his body, because there's so many of them. As you're seeing, they're everywhere. So, and this is not the worst we've seen.
Okay, and this really is not bothersome because it's not affecting his eyesight? Or,
No,
okay.
Exactly. We're going to try to leave that side door open for as long as possible, because once we close that, it gets really hot here. So we'll kind of look like a mummy by the time we're all said and done, but it's needed to hold everything in place. So with reptiles, everything takes its time. There we go.
There she goes.
Take that. All right, you're up.
You want to take it in?
Yeah, I can take it in.
Amanda, how long is he going to stay asleep for, would you think?
We usually try to keep it under an hour for surgery time. So
Okay.
yeah.
First time.
You want another one?
No, it's probably not.
Is that to keep the eyeballs to lubricate?
Yes.
They make their own eye lube, but I still
Slides right off of that eyeball. I am prepping the first tumor growth that he's going to remove, so I'm making it as sterile as possible.
So you're just putting sterilized fluid in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, once you remove that, do you have to sew it, or does the laser seal it?
It's going to seal the edges.
Okay.
But overall, we're not going to close it off.
Okay.
Close it off.
Do you inject the actual mass or just around it?
Just around it, where I'm going to make my incision.
Okay.
So when he starts to.
Okay, we're going to turn our watts up to 4. Give it a second. All right. Wipe a little bit of that char away. So we'll continue to cut a little bit better. And see, we're not getting any bleeding at all.
Perfect. It seals it right off. And there's no stress in the turtle at all, is there? I mean, it's totally out of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Amanda's going to flip it. How much does he weigh, do you think?
He is 11 kilos.
About 24 pounds.
Okay, so it's a workout.
Yeah, this thing.
Okay. Now you say the Kemps that tend not to get this problem as bad.
This is primarily a problem in green sea turtles.
Now is that because the greens stay closer to population areas, would you believe?
They think that has something to do with
Okay.
it. But always the question is where to start.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And you can see, because even those the first one came off fairly easily, you can imagine the amount of stress on them, having to
Yeah, you
recover.
got quite a skin wound afterwards, even though it's not bleeding out or anything.
Where'd this come from?
The National Seashore, actually.
Oh, really?
It's going to San Antonio on that tomorrow, so. Because I don't have a permit for deer.
Is this the same device they use to remove tattoos?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Don't forget, if you're in town or you got kids or anything, it's a really cool place. Go and visit it. Take your time out, go down there, go and have a look at all the beautiful animals they've got and birds and things and the way they look after them. It's a really good way to show the family how to get close to our beautiful wildlife here. Anyhow, I'd like to thank Amanda Terry and of course Dr. Tim Tristan for allowing us to come along and see all this. We really enjoyed it and I'm sure you will. Thanks for watching.